Welcome back to Backstage Live at the Saturday Early Show. We are so excited to have Five for Fighting here. John, thank you so much for being with us again.
Pleasure to be here.
Congratulations on the success of your new album, Slice.
Thank you. No, it's great to be back. It's always fun here with you guys, and it's always interesting singing at 4 a.m. my time on national TV. So
you got to have a lot of motivation. You really have to love your fans to wake up at that hour and do that.
You know, I've been doing this long enough now where it actually works out good because you're kind of, so tired that you don't get nervous anymore, and you just go out and you sing, you have fun. Everybody here is so cool and mellow. So I always love coming back, and we'll have a good time today.
This is a really good group. So
Yeah.
Tell me about the inspiration for the title of your album.
Well, the song Slice, the title track of the record, the song I'm playing today, refers to the Don McLean standard American pie and asks the question, are we more than just a slice of American pie? It kind of talks about when we all used to sing the same songs as a country and the nation. You might remember back in the day, we had these songs that transcended the culture, that stood the test of time. And we don't have as many of those songs today, and there's reasons for that. Content spread out. When I was young, we didn't have the internet, we didn't have 1,000 cable channels, we didn't have video games. It was music and sports, and I think that allowed songs to take on bigger traction. But this song kind of refers to those days that I think a lot of us music fans long for a little bit.
And what's nice about your album is it's really like a diary in a lot of ways, and it's a nice insight too into how you feel about your family, which I think is so sweet.
Well, you can kind of see my kids grow up through my records, it's, but I think that's natural. I think as a songwriter, as you grow and your life changes, the song should reflect your life. And obviously when you have kids, you start looking at the world through their eyes, and you become a little less selfish. And I think my records have reflected that. And, I'm dreading that teenage record, that one we may skip.
You might have to bleep out a couple words, a couple lyrics in that one.
Yeah, put an M on it. But no, we're it's been great. I've had a really nice career to be able to make a living writing songs, kind of live the childhood dream. I'm very fortunate.
Well, it must be great too for your wife. I mean, she's driving in the car, all of a sudden she hears her husband on the radio, and not only does she hear you, but she hears a song that's about her.
Well, she likes that. It's funny because my wife, it's a crazy, kooky, surreal story, but she kind of discovered me in a piano bar on Melrose. She was a music publisher, believe it or not. It's one of these crazy Hollywood stories. So she is a big part of my success. Also, when I'm on the road, I get to blame her. I'm saying, look, you created this monster, you got to get home and take out the trash and drive carpool, and you got stuff to do. I'm like, sorry, I got to go to CBS Saturday morning, honey. And it's like, soccer games, But no, it's great. She can relate to a lot of the work I have to do, but it's nice that she shares in the success and that she was there from the beginning.
And I'm sure your family has a lot of influence in terms of your parents, because you've been playing since you were 2, playing the piano since you were 2 years old.
My mom is a piano teacher. She was very skeptical about me getting into music because she knew the realities of the game. She knew the odds. I think she's still waiting for me to get a real job. But yeah, and she's still teaching. She teaches my kids, and they're playing, and the circle continues. But yeah, I was very fortunate to have supportive parents who allowed me to pursue music after I got out of college. They were like, all right, get your degree so you can have something to fall back on, and we'll help you. And they did, and I couldn't have done it without them. So it's a big family affair with the whole Five for Fighting gang.
What about it? Are you doing a tour? You have anything planned?
I just wrapped up an acoustic tour. I've been out playing the States by myself, me and a piano. First time I've done that, and I've really enjoyed it. I think for me, I love to see my favorite artist kind of on that tightrope, because whether it's James Taylor with acoustic guitar, Elton John with a piano, I like to see people play them how they wrote them and tell some of the stories, put the songs in context. I can talk about Slice and how I wrote it with Stephen Schwartz, the guy who wrote Wicked, and all the story behind that, which you can't talk about in a rock show. So I've been doing that, and, the holidays are coming. It'll be nice to take some time off with the kids and hit the slopes and do that kind of thing.
Let's talk about Stephen Schwartz and your collaboration with him. It sounds like he really looks up to you.
We have a great mutual respect for each other. My daughter has seen Wicked 12 times, and I grew up playing Godspell and Pippin. And when I reached out to Stephen, he said, "Hey, I'm a fan of some of your stuff," and we hooked up. And writing a song with Stephen Schwartz is kind of like playing a one-on-one with Michael Jordan. He's a true master. The guy, go down the street. He's got 3 or 4 shows, and I think he's got more shows, performances on Broadway than anybody. And he's quite a guy. And to write a couple songs on this record with him was a treat, and especially the song Slice. I mean, he came in with the perspective of the music from the 60s and 70s. You know, I came up from the music perspective, the music from the 70s, 80s, and 90s. And I think we both agreed that, you know, culturally too, there's a big split in the country. We're more divided than ever. And I think the song reflects many things, not just kind of the lack of institutional songs in the culture from music.
Aside from music, you're also a philanthropist. Tell me about your charity website. You have something like 3 million views on there, or 3 million videos?
We got two projects. We got the website, whatkindofworlddoyouwant.com, which is a charity site where people can upload their own videos, and we take donations. And when people watch your videos, we give money to the charities that I've selected. There's a bunch of them on there. And then the one that's coming this Thanksgiving next week is the CD for the Troops 4, which we're really excited about. It's a free CD for all active military, all 1.5 million. You can download at the Army Air Force Exchange, the AFES website. We print up 200,000 that go overseas. We've done over 800,000 now and had about over 500,000 downloaded. And this year we got a great lineup. Matchbox 20, Wynona's on there, Bare Naked Ladies on there, Matt Carney's on there. There's always a Fight for Fighting song on there. So we're excited about CD for the Troops 4 because I have the pleasure of touring with the USO and meeting our armed forces and their families, and they are young, they are brave, they are humble, and we owe them a debt of gratitude we could never repay.
What is it like performing for them versus a typical concert?
You know, it's always emotional. I try to, you know, I have to realize that, hey, they're here for a concert, and, you know, I don't want to cry the whole time and say thank you, thank you, thank you, but hey, part of you wants to do that, and the thing that hits you right away is how young a lot of our troops are. You know, I'll play shows in clubs around the country. A lot of these guys and girls couldn't come in and buy a beer, but they could die for us. And so, you know, it's somewhat emotional. And then when you meet some of the Medal of Honor recipients and you meet, you know, General Petraeus, folks like that, you know, you're humbled because these people are, you know, part of history and they're the front lines. And it's always an honor. You know, I think for me, the highlight of my career is some of this charity work and some of the stuff I do with the troops because, you know, we talk about perspective a lot, but there's a reason we talk about perspective, and they put life in perspective. They're a great example for my kids, so it's been a true pleasure, and I look forward to doing more of that.
And I'm always blown away to see how happy they are to see musicians like you. You clearly make their day.
It's weird. It's you know, sometimes I think the culture's backwards, right? I mean, you know, this whole, you know, celebrity thing is frankly a shallow pool for the most part. And they're like, yeah, you know, lining up for autographs and stuff. I'm like, you want my autograph? Please let me just shake your hand. Thank you. So, but yeah, hey, look, we're all fans. You know, I'm a big sports fan. Fight for Fighting, right? I get all giddy when Wayne Gretzky walks in the room. So I understand celebrity and that kind of thing. But yeah, it's you know, as I said, sometimes what I try to do is shine the spotlight back where it belongs.
Well, we're so happy you're here. The spotlight's definitely on you today. We're looking forward to seeing your performance. So thank you for being with us. We don't want to keep you any longer because we don't want you to miss your actual performance. So go get ready for that and make sure you swing back when you're here again. Thanks so much, John. Good to see you again.
Good to see you.